And we're off. I got a pretty sick setup now. Got the camera and the core. Just finished training my clients. Did some arms today. And now I'm going back to edit some videos. I'm gonna schedule a video in all 4 platforms. This is the year of the splat. I'm thinking about going back to the Arnold this year. That was our biggest touch point last year and the most publicity we got all year. I'm thinking that's the move. If you haven't noticed yet, my New Year's resolution is to post every single day this year, 365 days. So I'm getting my processes in place so I don't have to really think too much about when I'm getting content and when I'm editing. It's kind of just built into my routine. I'm gonna try to get an update out on the app today, working on some new features, working on the stats page. I think that's gonna be a game changer for people who wanna track their progress more granularly. I'm gonna add calories so you can have a quick dashboard to see your calories and your splat points. I'm super pumped for this year. I've been grinding on GymSplat since 2019. Whenever I came up with the idea for the company, I was at Georgia Tech and I didn't even know how to code really. I had taken a couple programming classes, intro, and I learned Python and Java, but I didn't know anything about web development or mobile development. I had to teach all that to myself along the way and taught myself JavaScript first. It's been a really rewarding process. It's super exciting to see my ideas come to life. And now it's just time to get it out to the world and, make little tweaks every day, slowly add new features, but I'm out of the stage where I'm programming for 8 hours a day now, and I think most developers are with AI and everything. But I am super blessed to have learned everything pretty much there is to know about mobile and web development before all the AI stuff came out. Now we're just marketing it, getting it out to the world. It's kind of cloudy out today, but that doesn't affect my mood. I don't let it affect my mood. I've been manifesting for almost 1,000 days straight now. And basically I have like 20 affirmations / goals that I state out loud to myself every night before I go to sleep. And I record myself saying it. And the key is you have to do it in the present tense. So you can't be like, I'm going to. You have to be like, I already am. And it's basically like you're brainwashing yourself. And it's definitely working. Because I'm brainwashed at this point. I created my own reality. And now I'm breathing it into existence. The reality in my mind is slowly becoming the reality that we all see every day. So my commutes from the gym and back will be a good time for me to get a little bit more footage, content, because you can't have enough good content out there. I heard a stat once that 90%, or maybe it was 99%, of the content consumed every day was posted in the last 24 hours. So that basically means if you want exposure, you need to post today. Yesterday doesn't even matter anymore. Yesterday's lost. I built GymSplat to help people get in shape, track their progress, help trainers train their clients. And the mission of GymSplat is to decrease obesity and increase global fitness. If I don't work out for even 2 or 3 days, I legit get depressed. And I have a theory that everybody's like that. And people walking around who don't work out feel like crap and they don't know why. But fitness is the best antidepressant that there is. It's way better than SSRIs or alcohol, weed. It doesn't make you feel like shit the next day. It makes you feel invigorated and powerful. And it really helps with your sleep too. And that's probably like the most important part about your health, as more and more people are starting to talk about. Sleep is everything. One night of wrecked sleep, and you wake up the next day and everything that you wanted to do is now 10 times harder. But if you get a good night's sleep, then your willpower is enhanced. And the things that you wanted to do just become part of your day. What's next on the list? Checking things off one by one. So that's something else I'm focusing on this year is my sleep. And that's something I think about even at the gym when I work out, is I think, how can I fully exert myself so that I can get great sleep tonight? It's about a 45 minute drive back home. I also need to fill in the exercise videos on YouTube. I need a video demonstration for every single exercise known to man. We got over 1,000 exercises right now. There's really no counting how many exercises there are, because every single movement that you can do like 10 variations of it. Using a barbell is different from using a dumbbell, different from a kettlebell. It's safe to say that GymSplat has room to grow. I really just love building things, keeping my mind occupied. The reason I decided to become an entrepreneur was because I wanted the hardest job imaginable. I can't really think of a harder job than being an entrepreneur and having a successful startup, maybe being the president or something. Another reason was because I want to learn as much as possible, which kind of goes hand in hand with difficulty. If your job's the hardest job in the world, you have to be learning and you have to be getting better. So there's so much that I know how to do on the internet, from video editing to Photoshop to programming, mobile development, web development. And it's all because I chose the hardest path. The third reason that I decided to become an entrepreneur is because I want something interesting to think about as I get older. There are a lot of people who have already made it in their job. Say, for example, you want to become an engineer. You go to school for 4 years. Maybe you go to school for an extra couple years to get your master's. And then you join a company and you become a specialist. And you can definitely continue to get better and better at your craft, but at a certain point, if you're going to stay at the same company, you kind of run out of things to learn. You can go to another company and learn new skills and see what they're doing. But how many years does it take before you learn basically everything there is to know about whatever type of engineer you are? Maybe that's a bad example. The point is, you want to keep setting new goals, keep progressing, keep growing, keep challenging yourself, keep learning. That's why we're here. My theory for why we're here on this planet is to learn and to grow. We were never meant to have all the answers. And that's something that people just need to realize, because that'll really kind of set you free, give you some peace. In college, I spent a lot of time looking into ancient civilizations and quantum mechanics and the deepest realms of physics and astrophysics, trying to figure out what the meaning was. Maybe I could crack the code. I realized after a while that there's so much mystery and there's so many questions that we'll never even come close to being able to answer. And the more things we figure out, the more questions there are. That it really just does you good to accept questions about me or my business or the app, definitely leave them in the comments, and I'll make sure to respond. Life is just so beautiful and so mysterious, and I'm just so happy and so thankful. Just since I've moved back home after college is the value of practicing gratitude every single day, counting your blessings, thinking about all the things in your life that you have right now that if you didn't have, you would be so lost and distraught and upset without them. Too many people focus on problems all day long. Think about all the things they wish they had. I wish I had this. That's a mindset of lack. A big principle in Buddhism is letting go. Just like what Elsa says. Let it go! Every single thing that bothers you in your life only bothers you because you're holding on to it. Stop holding on to it. Let go. Think about what you have that you appreciate and that you love. Think about your ability to wake up this morning. Think about your ability to go for a walk. I've had 4 knee surgeries in my life, and that's part of the reason why I'm able to practice gratitude. It's because I've had months and months of my life where I haven't been able to walk. And I keep that feeling, or I try to hold on to that and remember it so that I can practice gratitude and be thankful for my ability to walk today. The list goes on and on, you know. There's so many things to be thankful about in your life. Just imagine what your life would be like 2,000, 3,000 years ago, or, you know, it was harder back then, but it was even harder for the cavemen. And the only reason you're here today is because our ancestors didn't feel depressed and didn't stay in the cave. They went out and they looked for food. They went and found a mate. You know? They passed their genes on. And that's something that's good to remember. Like, that's in all of us. The weak people in the past, they didn't make it. The people who were lazy and didn't want to go out of the cave and hunt for food and search for berries, they didn't pass their genes on. And think about the scale of humanity. I think scientists are saying it's like 100 million years now. That's 100 million years of generation after generation of people getting after it. Because everyone who didn't get after it didn't make it. All of that is inside of you. Be thankful. Try to have a mindset of positivity. It's really an energy. It's a wavelength. Stay on that wavelength. It's too easy to be on the negativity wavelength. That's the easy way out. Don't do the easy thing. Do the hard thing. Sun's coming up. If you're trying to get out of the negative mindset, if you're feeling depressed, I've been there before. I'll probably get more into my past as I make more of these videos, but the point is, that's the easy way out. And yeah, there's a time and place to mourn and be upset, but you can't do that forever. You know, get out of your funk. 2 of the main things that have helped me are just practicing gratitude and manifesting every single night. Think about what you want in your life. Think about how you want to feel, and then just say it as if it's already so. If you want to be happy, say, I'm an extremely happy person. Not, I want to be a happy person, or I'm going to be a happy person. Just say, I'm a happy person and I love life. Say that every single night before you go to sleep, and that'll get ingrained into your subconscious. The thing I've learned over the last few years is, while being an entrepreneur, is just really honing in to energy, listening to energy. It's so blatantly obvious when someone has negative energy, or someone trying to direct negative energy towards you. You don't even have to think about the words that they're saying. about how you feel and stay away from those people. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who love you, and give you positive energy. If you have a goal or a skill you're trying to develop, be around people who have similar goals or who've already accomplished them. Get on their wavelength. Don't let people suck your energy out of you. Protect your energy. If you're wondering about my physique and my stats, I've been working out since I was in 7th grade, doing P90X. I'm a lifelong natural lifter. I've never taken anything other than creatine and protein. I've stayed consistent all that time. I've got a decent physique, but I'm no Ronnie Coleman or Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that's okay. Super happy and proud of what I've accomplished. You don't get to that mindset without hard work. I've been curating my feed on YouTube for the past few years. I think it's really helped. The only time I really ever get on social media, and people might say this is bad, is really right before I go to sleep. But all my feed is like David Goggins and Miyamoto Musashi and a bunch of different psychology and mindset coaches. I don't scroll through junk. I think more people should try to use social media like that. Use social media as a tool. Like any tool, you can abuse it and use it the wrong way. And it's kind of designed to make you fall into the trap of using it the wrong way. Yeah, definitely protect your energy. Don't get caught doom scrolling, wasting all your dopamine. Use your dopamine for something productive. Something else I'm doing this year so I can make sure I stay on top of daily posting is posting in advance, so scheduling my posts. I do that on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and it definitely helps kind of add a little separation from the post itself. When I first started posting a lot and trying to post every day, if you post day of, you're kind of like too attached to the post and you're wanting to look at the numbers. But for me, with posting a week in advance, I basically forget about what post is coming out today, and I don't even really look at the numbers until I schedule the next post. And I kind of also, something that helps is just anticipate and expect the worst, or be prepared for the worst, hope for the best. If I expect that I'm gonna get 0 views and and 0 likes, then I'm not disappointed whenever I get 10 views and 2 likes. This helped my mindset. You want to be as authentic as possible so that you attract people who are like you. You don't want to attract people who aren't like you. And that's something that I'm working on this year, of course, being more authentic. Another thing that helps is realizing that whether I get 1 million views or 0 views, it doesn't really change anything about how I do my life. Like, I'm still a trainer, I still have my company, I'm still trying to grow my company. Nothing changes. Part of the process. And hopefully that's helpful for someone who's trying to also grow their following on social media. We live in very strange times. We're as connected as we've ever been, but as divided at the same time and lonely. And most people you contact every day, a lot of times you're sending text or you're on the phone and it's not in person. I think it's important to remember that we're animals and we were designed in a specific way and we evolved with the motion of the sun, and our circadian rhythm should align with the sun as well. About 2.5 years I was pretty much nocturnal. I would stay up all night programming, and then sometimes I'd get an hour or 2 of sleep. before going in to train from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that took a toll for sure. I'm out of that stage. I think it is important to realize, like, if you are an entrepreneur, you kind of have to go through that hustle stage. You can't burn the candle on both ends forever. Like, if I continued to work at the pace that I was the last 2.5 years, I would probably die at some point. I don't know when, but that might be actually the most unhealthy thing to do, is to have chronic lack of sleep for years. I'm happy I'm out of that stage. I built the framework, I have the foundation, the app's good, the website's good. Of course, there's room for growth. I've never been more clear-minded. I don't smoke, I don't drink. I go to bed on time, and I wake up feeling like Superman. It's really amazing. Life is amazing. I'm about to go home, get some protein in me, get some food. I got another workout later tonight, my second workout around 7, and then we're gonna film another video. And then I'm gonna eat some dinner, maybe watch a sode or two. I've been watching The Landman lately. Then I'm gonna hit the hay, but not before I manifest. It's just so nice to be able to wake up every day after 2.5 years of being exhausted and just like get after it and not have to exercise so much willpower. The things that I need to do now, because I'm well rested, are easy. And I think a lot of people who are addicted to alcohol and other substances, even caffeine, that keeps you up at night. If you drink caffeine too late in the day, it'll wreck your sleep, and then it wrecks your next day. But a lot of people who are just in that trap, they don't even remember what it feels like to be well rested and what it feels like to have an easy day. Maybe they have to think back to the time whenever they were a kid in grade school. But even then, we woke up too early. So I think I felt kind of tired in grade school and middle school and high school. That was also probably on me for staying up too late. You know, everything has its pros and cons, its benefits and drawbacks. And you got to carefully evaluate what you're willing to live with. I am pretty certain that most people will have a more enjoyable life if they get better sleep. And something that will definitely help with your sleep is fitness and exercise. If you haven't already, make sure to download my app, GymSplat. Leave me the most brutally honest feedback you can. Let me know what you love about it, what you hate about it, what you wish I had, how I can improve it. And you'll watch before your very eyes it get better and better and better. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know if you have questions. Until next time, peace!